A loud voice echoed through the busy hospital hallway. "You're just a nurse. A black nurse. Don't think you can ever rise higher here." Everyone froze. Patients stared. Staff whispered. The woman being insulted stood still, her heart pounding, yet her voice remained calm. Her name was Amara Thompson, a young black nurse working in Toronto General Hospital, one of the top hospitals in Canada. A place where healthcare equality and hospital policy were supposed to matter. A place where people said racism was gone. But Amara knew the truth. The bully towering over her proved it. His name was Chase, a senior nurse. Pale skin. Perfect teeth. And a cruel smile that looked expensive, like he came from old money. He blocked the medication cart and whispered loudly. "Management will never pick you. You're not one of us." Amara tried to walk past, but he pushed the cart harder. Then, like a final punch, he shouted. "You will never be my boss." That moment burned into her soul. And it became the exact thing that would come back to destroy him. White concave-sided diamond with rightward tick cliffhanger moment. Chase suddenly grabbed the clipboard from her hand and threw it to the floor. "Pick it up, maid." Gasps filled the hallway. A doctor looked like he wanted to speak, but stayed silent. Amara's eyes filled with tears. But she didn't bend down. She said only 3 quiet words. "We'll see, Chase." The whole hospital felt her words like thunder. White concave-sided diamond cut, flashback begins. Amara's dream was simple. To save lives, become a nurse manager, and create a workplace without bullying or discrimination. Her parents moved from Jamaica to Canada for a better life. They worked 2 jobs just to pay rent, insurance, and credit card bills. They believed in education and told Amara, "Success is your protection. Knowledge is power." So she studied harder than anyone. She graduated top of her class. She had management training, leadership certificates, and even studied healthcare business and finance at night. But when Amara got the job, she learned something scary. Hard work didn't protect her from racism. Every day, Chase and his little group would laugh at her accent, the way she styled her hair, or call her charity hire. "Be grateful we let you in," they'd say. They would hide patient files to make her look slow. They would switch shifts without telling her. They would spread lies about her lack of experience. But Amara never broke. She documented every incident, dates, names, witnesses. She learned about workplace discrimination laws. She kept receipts, real, legal receipts. Because one day, she planned to use them. During a night shift, a patient crashed, heart stopped. Chase froze in fear. Amara took charge. "Start CPR now. Call a code blue." She led the team with confidence. The patient lived. Doctors praised her. "You should be a leader here." And Chase hated that. He reported her behavior as aggressive. He wrote she acted above her role. Human Resources asked her to be nicer and avoid tension. She smiled, knowing something they didn't. New low, the final attack. The bullying got worse. One morning, Chase posted a photo of Amara's locker. He wrote, "Diversity Hire of the Month." People laughed, some quietly, some loudly. HR said it was just a joke. No punishment. Amara stared at Chase that day. And she made a powerful decision. She applied for a new role. Nurse Unit Manager, Chase's department. Everyone laughed. "You? A manager? That's cute," Chase mocked. But Amara wasn't joking. She knew she had the skills, the certifications, the leadership record. And the legal evidence. Final cliffhanger, the shocking email. 1 month later. Everyone was in the locker room when phones suddenly pinged. Envelope with arrow, new email, promotion announcement. Chase smirked. We all know who's getting it. He opened the email. Then, his smile shattered. The room went silent. Everyone slowly turned toward Amara. Because the announcement said, "Congratulations to our new nurse unit manager, Amara Thompson." Before Chase could close his mouth, the hospital director walked in. "We have a meeting in my office, boss." Chase dropped his phone. His face turned white. Amara looked at him and said the most unforgettable words. "Stand up straight when you speak to your manager." His jaw trembled. And this is where everything truly begins. The office door closed behind Chase with a sharp click. He stood stiff like a student about to get punished. Amara took the seat at the head of the table, her table. Chase whispered, "You can't be my boss. This isn't fair." Amara looked him straight in the eye. "What's unfair is bullying a nurse who saves lives." He had no comeback. The hospital director cleared his throat. "Chase, we reviewed multiple reports. Workplace discrimination. Harassment. You broke corporate policy and Canadian labor laws." Chase's face turned red. "You said she'd never lead," the director continued. "But she has the leadership training, the experience, and the legal rights." Amara slid a folder across the table. Inside, every document she collected. Dates. Screenshots. Witness lists. Chase gulped. "We could file a human rights complaint," Amara said quietly. "You could lose more than your job. You could lose your nursing license." Chase dropped his pride like broken glass. I am sorry." His voice shook. Tears forming. Amara let him sweat, just for a moment. Then she said something he never thought he'd hear. "You will stay here, under my supervision. You will take anti-racism training. You will sign a zero-bullying agreement. You will treat every nurse with respect." Chase nodded quickly. "And Chase?" "Yes? If you ever call me maid again." She leaned forward. "You'll be out before you can blink." He swallowed hard. Silence. "Power balance," corrected. The staff react. When Amara walked out of the office wearing her new badge, nurse unit manager, the nurses looked at her with surprise and hope. A young Filipino nurse whispered, "Finally, someone who understands us." A doctor shook Amara's hand. "We've needed you for years." For the first time, everyone saw her worth. New boss, new rules. Amara made changes fast. White heavy checkmark, no bullying. White heavy checkmark, no secret shift changes. White heavy checkmark, fair promotions. White heavy checkmark, clear hospital policy. White heavy checkmark, safe space for minority staff. White heavy checkmark, higher healthcare performance with lower stress. The hospital became stronger. Patients felt happier. Staff felt respected. This wasn't just a job anymore. It was a movement. The emotional payoff. One morning, Amara walked into the break room. Chase was there, cleaning tables. He looked nervous. I'm working extra shifts," he said. "Trying to, fix things." Amara nodded. "This is your chance. Don't waste it." Then Chase did something no one expected. He bowed his head and whispered, "Thank you, for not firing me." Amara smiled a little. Everyone deserves a chance to change. His eyes softened, respect replacing hate. The final twist, a new dream. Amara's success spread across Canada. An email arrived. Envelope with arrow offer, Director of Nursing position, Vancouver Hospital. Higher salary. Better benefits. Full insurance package. She had a choice. Stay and keep fixing the place that hurt her. Or rise even higher. That night, she visited her parents. They hugged her tight. "You made it," her mom said. "You turned pain into power." Amara looked at her new badge again. And then at the bigger one waiting for her future. She whispered. "They said I'd never be a boss. But look at me now." Camera zooms out. Music swells. A bullied black nurse didn't just survive. She became the leader they could never ignore.